Hello, and welcome to the Divorced Dadvocate, divorce support for dads, where we help dads create a healthy and less traumatic divorce. My name is Jude Sandoval, and I'm your host. I created this podcast and the Divorced Advocate community as a result of my own high conflict divorce, and because you as a dad deserve all the resources necessary to thrive through this challenging time. I encourage you to check out our website at thedivorcedadvocate.com, where there are resources that correspond to this episode, as well as free access to our membership community, where you will find live meetings, free workshops and courses, private discussion groups, and more. And now, on to this week's episode. Hello, and thank you for listening in this week. We are going to be talking about in honor of and because it is the week of Thanksgiving here in the States, we're going to be talking about 10 reasons to be thankful for your divorce. I just wanted to try to reframe this a little bit in everybody's mind based upon the experiences I've had over the past 11 and a half years post-divorce and 15 months of going through a divorce, and try to help just get a little different mindset around what you might be going through and experiencing. But before we jump in, let's welcome Jonathan, William, Craig, and Chris to the Divorced Advocate community. And if you are not yet part of the community, check it out at thedivorcedadvocate.com. We have got a resource for you wherever you're at. We had a great group meeting this week with a lot of resources that guys were bringing. We got some guys really diving into some stuff, and some guys doing some really awesome work in trying to help reform and work on the family law court. On that note, we do have a new Signal channel. You can check us out by searching the Divorced Dadvocate on Signal and connecting with us. The mindset around that is we want to try to get some more daily conversation and support going on with everybody in the community, so that you can get the help and support and that you need and that you deserve. So check that all out at thedivorcedadvocate.com and become involved in the community. Now, I don't have to tell you if you're going through or you're just post-divorce that divorce is challenging. But I wanted to reframe things a little bit, having gone through it and having been involved with the community and with other guys. I know that it has the potential to foster profound growth and transformation. And so I wanted to share 10 ways in which I feel grateful, and that you can feel grateful about your divorce if we can change that into a mindset of gratitude on this during this Thanksgiving week, because I do know that it has brought me so much that I can't even imagine. Like, this community is a result of that, and would have never imagined almost 11 and a half years ago, being here right now talking to you after 4 or 5 years of developing and being involved with this community, and literally talking and sharing and working with thousands of you guys going through divorce. So the first one is, it's a chance to rediscover your purpose. It will often, or it can act as a life reset. Sometimes some of the guys call it Life 2.0, and it prompts self-reflection and a reevaluation of purpose. And during the pivotal time, it enables us to identify what truly brings fulfillment and helps us align our goals with a deeper sense of purpose. It can be a quote unquote blank slate for dads to redefine their goals and find a life direction that genuinely resonates. And I want to use I'm going to use examples of, and I'm just using first names of some different guys that have experienced some of this stuff as I've worked with them, and they've been involved in the community. And Tim realized the example for this one, actually got two. One, Tim realized his corporate job had left him unfulfilled, and so what he did is he pivoted to a career that aligned with his passion for coaching youth sports, which provided him with some more joy and purpose in his life. So it wouldn't have happened had he not had to go through this time of just reevaluating what his purpose was. Number two, it can strengthen emotional resilience. Navigating divorce builds emotional strength. Learning to manage pain, stress, and uncertainty fosters resilience, a trait that helps in every area of life. Building emotional resilience not only helps dads navigate divorce, but equips them to handle future challenges with strength and grace. And so Mike, who was a father of two, was struggling with some anxiety during his divorce, which I'm sure some of you can relate to. I definitely can. But committed to regular therapy as well as meditation, which we've talked about quite a bit as far as a tool in the community. And over time, he became more resilient, even beginning to mentor other dads in similar situations. And we find that a lot. We've got a lot of guys that are involved in the group calls and are part of the community that have been down this road and want to give back and spend some time in group meetings as well as getting together and helping and just mentoring some of the other dads. So it can definitely be a time to strengthen your emotional resilience. Number three is it's an opportunity for personal growth. It can highlight areas for self-improvement, whether it's mastering emotional regulation or becoming a better parent or redefining your values, which is a big one oftentimes. The journey encourages continuous self-growth. Divorce highlights personal shortcomings, but with intentional work, dads can emerge stronger and more self-aware. Now, Steve was one of the guys. He took a post-divorce class on emotional intelligence, and he did this after he realized how his communication style had impacted his relationships. And now he's not only a better co-parent, but he's also a more empathetic partner, and he's in a new and happy relationship. There's another guy, Jim, who is working through nonviolent communication and learning how to communicate in that way in a better regard and in a better manner with all people, personally and professionally in his life. So it can definitely be an opportunity for personal growth. Number four, it will improve your parenting skills. Post-divorce co-parenting challenges encourage better communication and prioritization of children's needs. This strengthens relationships with children and fosters intentional parenting. Post-divorce, dads often take a more active role in their children's lives, which fosters stronger, more meaningful connections, or in my case and a lot of others who come to the community, it helps them to become more focused and present in their kids' lives. I know that was a huge one for me. John, who once heavily relied on his ex-wife for parenting tasks, learned to cook, help with homework, and create bedtime routines after their separation. These efforts deepened his bond with his children. For me, it was learning to be more present and be able to communicate in a more effective manner with my daughters in a way that I was able to connect with them directly in a way that was healthy and more effective with them. So it's definitely an opportunity to improve your parenting skills. Number five, freedom to be authentic. Divorce frees individuals from relationships that no longer serve them. That might seem obvious. Creating space to embrace their true selves. This renewed authenticity paves the way for healthier relationships in the future. Divorce allows dads to embrace their true selves, creating space for genuine relationships and fulfilling activities. And oftentimes we don't know what we don't know, right? We don't know the extent or the, how would I say it, the extent that the relationship is unhealthy and not benefiting us. And so this can be an opportunity then for us to reevaluate and then become free to be our authentic selves. One of our guys, David, felt he was walking on eggshells all the time to maintain peace in his relationship. And after his divorce, he rediscovered hobbies like playing in a band and pursuing outdoor adventures with his kids. I see this happening all the time where guys either pick up old hobbies that they used to be involved with, which brought them a great deal and an immense joy, and or found new ones that they've tried that also brought them some happiness and joy. So it's an opportunity to reclaim and find your freedom to be authentic again. Number 6 is development of a supportive community, which happens oftentimes where we get isolated. The process of connecting with others who have experienced divorce can create meaningful, supportive friendships. And that is one of the reasons why we have created the Divorce Advocate community. It exemplifies the power of shared experiences and mutual growth. Being part of a community fosters healing and growth by sharing each of those experiences and supporting one another. And that's what we have built here. There's a guy, Mark, who found some camaraderie and mentorship among the divorced dads. And this support network gave him tools to cope with co-parenting challenges and dating as a single dad. We get that all of the time, every week. I get it every day, pretty much, in talking to one or more of you guys, that being together and experiencing this. And this is a hard one for guys. Oftentimes it was for me, in sharing what we've got going on and the hardships that we're going through. But once you are able to open up about that and share with other guys, it is a huge relief and a burden that is taken away, to where you are able to actually get the support that you deserve and need. So it is an opportunity to develop a supportive community, and you need to do that. Do not self-isolate. Number 7, reclaiming control over your life. After divorce, we have the opportunity to take control of our lives, making decisions based on our values and priorities rather than compromise. Divorce empowers us dads to make decisions that reflect our priorities, fostering a sense of autonomy and confidence. And Joe, who was a dad that once felt trapped in his marriage's financial dynamics, created a detailed budget post-divorce. He used this newfound control to save for a family vacation with his kids. And that's just a very small financial example of one of our members reclaiming control over his life. You're going to be reclaiming control over all kinds of different places in your life that may have fallen by the wayside, or you may have relinquished over the duration of your marriage. So reclaiming control of your life is a huge one as well. Number 8, a catalyst for a healthier lifestyle. Divorce can be a wake-up call to prioritize physical and mental health. Many discover new passions for fitness, mindfulness, and self-care during this transition. Divorce can be a turning point for adopting healthier habits, both mentally and physically. This is oftentimes, and it was in my case as well, one of the first, and I would say easiest to implement things to do, which is start to take care of your physical health and change that around. It will not only help you physically, but then it starts to help you mentally as you start doing things like exercising and working out, or doing any other hiking or whatever other physical activities that you might be might start endeavoring into in this creating a healthier lifestyle. We had a guy, Kevin, who took up jogging to manage stress during his divorce. And this habit not only improved his physical health, but also served as an outlet to process emotions, setting a positive example for his children. One of the other ones is that I implemented was just going for walks. Walks are a great way to to do that as well. So creating a catalyst for a healthier lifestyle is definitely a benefit. Number 9, a clearer vision for the future. Divorce fosters clarity about what one wants in life and relationships, allowing us to set healthier boundaries and work towards a brighter future. It encourages dads to reevaluate their aspirations, enabling us to set meaningful goals. So we had a guy, Alex, he developed a 5-year post-divorce plan focusing on career advancement and creating memorable experiences with his kids. Today, he credits the clarity for his sense of accomplishment and happiness. So there can definitely be a clearer vision for the future. And finally, number 10, resilience as a legacy. This is huge, and you hear me talk about it in our group calls lots of times. But enduring hardships sets an example for our children. And this is not an example. This is not a message that is out there and prevalent in our modern day society. But enduring hardships is important. By modeling resilience, we're able to instill strength and adaptability. Let's say that fast 3 times. Strength and adaptability in our kids, preparing them to face life's challenges. Demonstrating resilience helps dads leave a legacy of strength, adaptability, and perseverance for their children. Gentlemen, there are some things that only you as a dad can provide to your children. Resilience is a huge one you're not the only one that can provide that, but having them watch you go through this and go through this in a healthy manner is an absolutely huge opportunity to model to them and to show them resilience. And that is a legacy that we want to have our children seeing and then being able to implement themselves as they go forward in their lives, because life is going to be difficult and challenging. By going through divorce, it is one of the top most stressful and difficult things to go through. Paul, one of our members, used his divorce journey to teach his teenage son about overcoming adversity. Together, they worked through the tough times, strengthening their relationship and imparting life skills. This is definitely a life skill that is a huge opportunity. I would have never, some of the things, fellas, that I have seen my daughters learn through this process and through dealing with these challenges, I could have never, ever created or been able to demonstrate or help them through or create lessons for during the divorce. So I would have never, and I know this might be hard for you to think about or grasp, especially if you're in the midst of it, but I can promise you that there are positive things that will come from this. There will be life lessons that you and your children will be able to take with them for the rest of their lives, that are going to be a positive force in their life and in the world through the lessons that they learned in this. But that all depends on if you can take that reframe and that you can be thankful and have gratitude for some of the difficulties and challenges that you are experiencing through this. I know that it is awful, that it is painful, but just like anything, through the pain and on the backside of pain, there is growth. And so I just want to give you a message of hope during this Thanksgiving week, that things can definitely improve, and that these 10 things are reasons to be thankful for your divorce. Fellas, I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. If this is the first one you're going through yourself, or you are not going to have your kids this time, just find a community, find some folks to be with. Do not self-isolate during this time of Thanksgiving, and find some joy and some positives, and try to reframe as best you can to be thankful for what you do have. during this difficult and challenging time, and know that life after divorce can be and will be a positive. Thank you so much for listening this week. If you found some value, please do share this far and wide on social media. If you're listening on a podcast platform, give us a star rating, or even better, give us a comment, write a little comment in there. It will help other dads to tune in and listen and get the support that they need and deserve. Thank you so much. Have a great week. God bless. To hear the rest of this episode and access the corresponding resources, visit thedivorcedadvocate.com and become a member of our community. It's free to join and will provide you with the resources you deserve as a divorced or divorcing dad. Thank you for listening. God bless, and I'll talk with you next week.